You want to know how deep the cruelty of slavery went? It wasn't just chains, it wasn't just auctions. It was a system built to break you completely. They even had a name for it. They called it seasoning, like you were meat to be prepared. That's how little they thought of our ancestors' humanity. Imagine surviving the Middle Passage, weeks in a dark hole, chained to dead bodies, starved, beaten, terrified. You think that nightmare ends when you hit land? No. That's when the seasoning begins. Seasoning was a calculated system. It wasn't just some casual cruelty, it was policy, designed to destroy everything that made you, you. Your language beaten out of you. Caught speaking your tongue? Whipped. Your religion outlawed. Your name? Stripped and replaced with one that they chose. And they knew exactly what they were doing. They sold people in ways that split up anyone that spoke the same language. They didn't want you plotting. They didn't want you comforting each other. They used separation as a weapon and loneliness as control. Then came the labor. Newly arrived Africans were given the hardest, the most backbreaking, most dangerous work. Sugar plantations were called death camps for a reason. Your life expectancy, 2, maybe 3 years? They expected you to die. They calculated that buying new people was cheaper than keeping you alive. The violence wasn't random, it was a system of terror. Whippings weren't just punishment, they were lessons for everyone watching. They forced children to watch their parents get whipped bloody, to learn fear, to know that there was no escape. Violence was everywhere. Women to produce children that would be born into chains, because for the enslavers, that was profit. Your body wasn't yours, it was an asset on their ledger. Seasoning meant that you learned to obey or else you'd be tied down and whipped until the skin came off, or else you'd be hung in front of everyone, or else you'd be sold even farther away from anyone that you ever loved. They broke people on purpose because they knew that terror worked. In South Carolina, they brought the Africans straight off that boat and seasoned them right there. Virginia traders, they boasted about selling country-born, well-seasoned people, meaning that they were already broken in. Even the so-called kinder Upper South, they sold the lie of seasoned labor, as if that were better than fresh human beings fighting for freedom. The ads said it openly, prime hands, seasoned, like livestock, like you weren't a person at all, just property made tame enough to work, without fighting back. This is the part they leave out of the school books, because it's not just about chains, it's about erasure. It's about destroying heritage, breaking families, making sure that your children didn't even know where they came from. Because if they didn't know who they were, they'd be easier to control. So yeah, when you hear people talk about slavery like it was just unpaid work, like it was just some unfortunate chapter, remember seasoning. Remember the calculated violence, the forced forgetting, the systemic destruction of culture, language, family, and spirit. Because that wasn't an accident, it was the plan. And the wealth of entire nations was built on carrying it out. That's the truth they want you to forget. And that's exactly why we have to say it out loud.